so good to see you. They love you. We love you. John Hamm is in the house.
I feel the love.
You feel it, right?
I feel the love.
You have to feel the love.
I very much do.
I have so much to talk to you about. I know the St. Louis Blues, okay? You're a St. Louis sports fan.
Game 5 tonight. Exciting stuff. We'll see what happens.
But I have to talk to you about the game a few weeks ago. They were down 2-0, right?
Yeah,
and
it happens.
Yeah, and you entered the broadcast booth.
I came up to see some friends in the broadcast booth. John Kelly and Darren Pang. They invited me up to come switch a little mojo around.
Yeah, they're down 2-0, okay? Let's take a look at what happened.
Shot, and they score! John Hamm is in our booth, and just like that, his boy Barbashev sets up the goal. And it's in! My goodness! The magic of John Hamm in the booth strikes again, and he just scored! You have done it again!
You can't write this.
And another goal by Perron in the Blues.
I literally can't leave at this point.
They scored 4 goals! 4! In 6 minutes. There's 4 goals in 6 minutes, which is unheard of.
That was crazy. Yeah, it was so weird. Like you couldn't write that. It was just crazy.
Was it every name you were saying?
That person would then score. It was like it was the weirdest experience I've ever had on a hockey rink.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
Well, now the Blues are in the playoffs. So they want you for every game.
Yeah, there's a game tonight. I'm actually have to leave here and fly right. I fly right to the booth.
Congrats on that. That was just such a cool.
That was
move.
very fun.
Only in John Hamm's world. That's so cool. But you were just in one of the coolest things a human could do. You were in George Harrison's video for My Sweet Lord.
That was very cool, yes.
How did you get involved with that?
Lance Bangs, who's a really wonderful director, he's directed Jackass and a bunch of music videos and here and there.
Yeah.
One of those guys had asked me, told me that Donnie Harrison, George's son, was a fan of mine and would I be interested in being in the music video they were making for the 50th anniversary of the release of that song. And I was like, well, just so happens, George Harrison's my favorite Beatle. And My Sweet Lord is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I was like, yes, absolutely, I'd love to do that. And I shot it on my phone. It was during like lockdown and COVID and everything, so we all kind of had to do it ourselves. But it was amazing.
I mean, I don't know. I know you're a big Beatles fan, but yeah, you're in the official music video.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is there a rumor that I heard that Paul McCartney was going to be in Mad Men? Did I make that up?
It would have been hard to have the actual Paul McCartney in Mad Men, because the real Paul McCartney was like 26 years old during Mad Men, so...
Oh, interesting, yeah.
It would have been an odd...
Well, I wouldn't be playing myself. I'd have to play some sort of advertising genius.
Genius, I know.
Something like that or something. What are you doing, Don Draper?
Don Draper.
Come on, man.
Don Draper, put it on the record.
Let your mind go.
Come on, that would have been great. Is there any truth to that story? No,
not that I know of.
Not
I mean, maybe he was considering it, and it's certainly not after that impression.
No, of course not. Let's talk about Top Gun Maverick. Last time you were here, you described it as the movie version of a high five.
Yeah, a visual high five.
Yeah.
It really is.
And it is.
In fact, we might break the record this weekend for most high fives in a weekend.
We had a screening. We went to it here, and everyone was screaming, standing up, crying, laughing. It's just a giant, awesome summer movie that you want. It's a popcorn movie. It is a family movie. It is friends movie. It is everything you could want.
Yeah.
And you miss going to theaters.
That's it. It's a welcome back to the movies.
Yeah.
And it's like you get to see it. It's only released in theaters. It's not on a streaming platform. You can't watch it on your phone legally.
Of course not. Yeah,
but it's in Dolby and 4K and all of the stuff.
The seats vibrate when the jets take off. And you know what it is, too?
You pay for a whole seat.
Yes, that's true.
You're only going to use the edge of it.
Oh! Oh, if someone picks up that line and puts that somewhere, that'll be the best thing that ever happened to you. Well. But you know what I was going to say is how much respect you have for our service men and women.
It was impressive. Getting a chance to make this movie. We shot the majority of it in North Island Naval Base in San Diego, California, Coronado Island. And we shot a lot of it on the USS Theodore Roosevelt, America's Big Stick.
Oh.
Which is a working aircraft carrier, which is 10 stories high and about a city block long.
It's just frightening.
5,500 sailors on it, 75 to 80 aircraft at any one time, 2 working nuclear reactors. And to see I asked the guy, the captain of the ship, I said, what's the range? He goes, we can go forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
She's like, I'm an actor.
Good to know, yeah. Where's the off, and how do I not touch anything that's going to explode?
Yeah.
But it is impressive to see the sacrifices that the servicemen and women go through every day, and just to keep us safe. It's an impressive thing, and the movie is very much a love letter to that, too.
Yeah, so thankful to everyone out there, Armed Forces.
Fleet Week. It's Fleet Week.
It's Fleet Week here in New York. I know you did press everywhere for this movie. It's a giant movie. It's a global. It's a global movie. Everyone everywhere is watching it this weekend. You went and you met the Royals.
Some Royals.
And have you ever met?
Not the Kansas City Royals.
This is
very different.
You went to England.
London, England. We met Kate and William.
Yes.
The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Yes.
There are some guidelines that are not so much guidelines, but hard and fast rules that you are made to follow when you meet the royalty.
Like you bow.
There's a bow involved.
Yeah.
If you're a lady, you may bow or curtsy.
Yep. I'm sure Tom Cruise knows how to do all this. He's like...
Tom's like got it all on lock, of course.
He's like, yeah, I've done this. Yeah, I've met the Queen before. Yeah.
And so,
let me text her before we go.
Let me just
text
text
I'm coming
the Queen.
over. Yeah, exactly.
HMH, how you doing? Elizabeth Regina Deuce. But it was a very cool experience. They couldn't be nicer. Prince William had it was black tie, so we're all in tuxedos.
Yeah.
And Prince William had on his tuxedo shoes embroidered F-18s.
Wow.
Very cool Top Gun tuxedo shoes.
That's
I was like,
cool.
that means you've made it. So I no longer worry about the prince. I feel like he's made it.
He's made it, yeah. Did everyone follow the directions?
Pretty much. I mean, I think there might have been a few breaches of etiquette. Did you have something in mind?
I heard a story that maybe Miles Teller was kind of freaking out because...
He geeked out a little on Prince William's eyes. You remember coming back afterwards, he was like, they're so blue. I got lost in his eyes. I was like, okay, I didn't think we were allowed to look at him in the eye. But
yeah, you just bow and you move on.
You bow and you move on, man.
But he told him that he loved his eyes?
I was like, you told the guy you fell in love, like you got lost in his eyes? He goes, I don't know, I've lost my mind.
I heard this story and then we found the photo, and I'm not kidding, I think this is the moment that Miles Teller got lost in Prince William's eyes. Take a look at this. I'm getting lost in his eyes as well.
So's Jen Connolly, too. Everybody. Everyone wants a piece.
Oh, gosh, she was great in the movie as well. Can you tell everyone who you play in the film?
I play kind of the boss. In fact, my official title is Vice Admiral Bo Cyclone Simpson. Cyclone is my call sign. Former Top Gun graduate, current air boss of the Pacific Fleet. And so I kind of run all of the aircraft on the big carrier when the big mission comes down. And I have to set some rules and regulations, Jimmy, and I don't like people that break rules.
That's right.
So when I run up against a guy whose name is literally Maverick...
Wow. He's going to get the Cyclone.
A little of this.
He's going to get the Cyclone.
Little button heads. He's going to have to answer to Cyclone.
Yeah. Get ready for everyone to be like, yo, Cyclone!
Cyclone, buddy!
You are so good in this, bud.
The really cool thing about my call sign is that I actually have an emoji. There's an emoji that's a little tornado. That's so I can now sign off with an emoji.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You told me it was good. It came out. It is beyond good. You were very humble. You didn't oversell it at all. You were fantastic.
So glad you liked it.
The movie is great. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Jon Hamm and Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick. Take a look at this.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell.
Your reputation precedes you.
Thank you, sir.
Wasn't a compliment. I'm Admiral Bo Simpson. I'm the air boss. I believe you know Admiral Bates.
Well, sir, must admit I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
They're called orders, Maverick. You two have something in common. Cyclone here was first in his class back in '88.
Actually, sir, I finished second. Just want to manage expectations.
Yeah, exactly right. Come on. That's Jon Hamm, everybody. Top Gun Maverick hits theaters, Dolby Cinema, and IMAX this Friday. Go see it in IMAX.
Hey, hey.